Ben, Honeydew Homestead. Today's going to be the last day that we're going to be mowing at the farm. I'm going to get as far as I can get. I'm probably spending more time than it's worth, but you know, it's fun. We're having fun, right? I'm trying to get an earlier start today because, well, I'm up early anyway, so I strapped it down. Okay, so there was a comment that was left on one of my previous videos saying, hey, check your user's manual on how to tie down. And I checked. I don't know if I agree with what they said. Here, let me show you what I mean. So their recommendation is to tie down the front axes to the trailer, except there's no tie down points here. There is a tie down point on the side, but I'd have to move the mower so far back that then the back tie downs wouldn't line up because the tires are in the way. So this doesn't make any sense. On top of that, if you're using straps and then you want straps to be rubbing on this sharp cast iron, that strap's gonna last like 3 trips. It doesn't make any sense.
Now think about that. That does not make sense. Damn it. What? He's using the Chewbacca defense.
This is kind of a rough angle, but you can see what I mean. Here, I'm having to strap down to the transmission, to the axle in the rear, and that runs around the tire, the soft squishy tire that is gonna flex this line. It's already feels loose, so that I can make it back to this hitch. But it's rubbing on all of these random pieces of metal. That strap is not gonna last. Now, the manual says that I can use straps, but clearly I can't. Or I shouldn't, at least, unless I'm using really short straps and I'm using individual straps on each side, and even still, the tires are in the way, so you can't tie down through the axles. It just doesn't make any sense. Now, if I was driving a 12-foot trailer, that would make more sense, but on an 8-foot trailer, you just can't reach the tie-down points. I don't know, I feel like I'm safer doing it the wrong way. The front strap I put around the body like I've been doing because it feels safer, it's more secure, the straps stay tight, and they're not just rubbing on sharp metal all the time. Anyways, I'm gonna head down to the farm. I'll see you guys when I get there. Point made. The straps came off. Yeah, I'm gonna say pass on recommended strapping locations. All right, we made it. So far it seems to be working. I'm not gonna do this for too long though. I really don't want to stress the transmission on that thing. But yeah, it just snagged that thing, pulled it up. I'm gonna have to clean these up before I actually try to mow through here. Okay, so here's my here's my final review on the poor man's drag harrow. It works. It would work better with some modifications. Obviously, it's just a pallet, so the front edge snags a lot. If the front edge was tilted a little bit, it would allow you to at least glide over any small stumps that are just at like 1 inch. But as of right now, it just keeps snagging. Another thing that I would recommend is this would work great if you had clean, raw land and you're just trying to scuff it up. Just that top like 1/2 inch of soil, 1/4 inch of soil, just enough to cover up some seeds or something like that. If you're doing a fresh seed sowing on more pristine land, I'd say this would work perfectly fine. Surprisingly, I mean, it cost me nothing. A couple of washers and some rope I had sitting around. But when you're dealing with stumps, every single time that edge snags on a stump, even if it's up by like a 1/2 inch or 1 inch, every single time it snags on that stump, you're just jerked, and it's not good for the transmission. You know, you're gonna break the rope, you're gonna break up the pallet, and something's gonna break. So in that respect, it's not great. But it kind of does what you want it to do. It might be kind of hard to tell because obviously it's just all green mess, but right in through here, there's a strip of soil that's been scuffed up, softened up, and even some sticks have kind of been pulled up out of the ground. There was one right there. There was another one right here. So if there are small rocks or sticks that are stuck in the ground, it's gonna pull those up. It's gonna crimp down some of these grasses. Any rocks and so on are gonna get loosened up like this to give you a chance to come in here and pick these up. Or if you had some sort of rake, you could rake those up easily. So for an investment of free 99, I would say did pretty good. Certainly better than nothing. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work for me here, but I think it's something that could work for you if your land was a little more pristine. Unfortunately for me, I just have a little too much trash, too many stumps that are just on the surface. See, here's a good one right now. You can barely even see it, but there is a stump there, and it's sticking up just an inch or two, not a lot, but it's definitely enough to snag on that pallet. And here's a pretty bad one right here. I mean, that's a good 4 inches. That one might even hit the mower deck. This is the kind of stuff I'm really worried about coming in here. So those are the kind of things I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for. See if I can try to catch it before I come mowing through here, because I definitely do not want to catch that on the blade. That will pretty much destroy it. I know I'm taking a big gamble, I get it. And you know, I'm sure there's gonna be some angry comments saying I'm tearing up my lawnmower, and yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with you, but you run what you have, and this is what I have. And like I said, the alternative would be to, I don't know, pay 500 bucks or something just to have somebody come out here and brush hog it once. To pay $500 more to have somebody come brush hog it again in the spring or so. I don't know. I'm trying to take my time, trying to cut it down, at least the parts that I need to get to, so that we can lay out some flags, and then I can bring Let's Dig back out and see if he'll cut me in a driveway. And you know, baby steps, man. That's all we can do. So I'm gonna get back to it and see you guys in a bit. Oh, this one's kind of stuck. So as you can tell, the mowing is coming along pretty slow, but, dude, am I getting stung? All right. Let me show you. So this is what I'm doing when I'm not close enough to the edges where I can just chuck the piece into the woods. I'm kind of just making a pile that I can come back to later that's kind of sort of in the middle between the two sides. And this gives me an opportunity to just work a little bit faster when I'm working on my own. Also, what I'm doing, you'll see I brought the chainsaw and I have a blade on the edge of that string trimmer. So I'm using that to flush cut any little stumps that are sticking up out of the ground, just so that I can hope to just glide right over them. And I can't get rid of the stumps, I don't have the equipment, but this will do for now, because what I really need is just to get the grass down, get that green manure piling on top of these stumps. It's going to help them decompose. There's termites all over the place. We're in the South here, technically in North Carolina, so this stuff will be gone in 3 to 5 years for sure. But in the meantime, I can't just let this go for 3 to 5 years, because I'll have trees again.